Hey guys, welcome back to the WODdoc Project 365, episode 1647. Guys, you're following along on YouTube, jump on over to the WODdoc.com and check out all the full-length videos that we house there. Today we have a combination of a modified pigeon and an actual pigeon to loosen up our posterior hip complex there, and also the anterior hips, both of mine which are a little smashed up from the first day out here in Colorado. So I just want to talk about each one of these positions and what I'm trying to do with them. When I go into an actual pigeon, my knee becomes collapsed, as in the angle is acute, less than 90 degrees, right? And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this hip that is now open and I'm going to drive it over top of pretty much where my foot is, right? And I'm going to be a little bit outside my foot. Now what I'm doing is I'm driving this right hip in this particular instance down towards the ground. I'll show it to you from the side. When I'm just trying to get into this model or into this actual pigeon pose, rather than having my leg out like such, this is closer to 90. I'm going to pull that sucker in. That way it allows me to bring my hips over top, right? And now I'm going to see this little area of light right here. I'm just going to try to make that smaller. So I go from this position, drive on down, and this allows me to get that opening of the anterior hip complex that we're looking at, right? So I'm going to try to hang out here. This is going to be static for me today. I'm not going to do it dynamic. It's after a long day of snowboarding. So I'm going to hang out in this position for 2 minutes. Then, staying in this position, all I'm going to do here, guys, is I'm going to go from this acute angle with my leg. I'm going to put that sucker out. So now it's at about 90 degrees. It's going to lock in my left hip. When I roll back over this way, I'm not necessarily going to be able to get all the way up over top because it's going to lift up my leg. So I'm just going to load myself by turning into the knee that is now at 90 degrees. So I'm driving in this position, and I'm going to get two things here. I'm going to get this posterior hip complex to start winding up, and I'm also going to get a little pull in my low back. Both of those are what I'm looking for to loosen myself up. And again, just like before, I'm hanging out in this position statically for 2 minutes. Once I do that, you guessed it, I'm switching, all right? I'm going to start off in that actual pigeon pose on this one. My left leg comes back. Now I'm driving my left hip towards the ground, hanging out in this position for 2 minutes before I drive that knee that was at 90 degrees, or it was below 90 degrees, to 90 degrees. And now I'm going to twist and torque myself towards the leg that is at 90 degrees. I'm going to feel a stretch in two places, guys. I'm going to feel a stretch back here and also in this low back, which again, I'm going to hang out there for 2 minutes. So, questions, comments. It's just putting together two of my favorite movements and getting a little bit of relief in low back, hips, posterior hip complex, and anterior hip as well. Questions, comments, guys, post below. Otherwise, I'm here each and every day optimizing function to optimize performance.